Brandon says, at Grant Cohn, video idea, similarities to you and Kyle, both of you forging your own path, etc., while having a father who has already made such a name for themselves in the same business. Vish and I were talking about this today. How much in common Kyle and I have, that we have the same chip on our shoulder, the same thing. It's kind of ironic considering we really don't particularly get along.
Look, the funny thing to me is, like, I don't know if it's funny. I don't know the exact word to describe it, but occasionally when I tune into your channel, when you're talking about Kyle and, you know, you're getting a little bit harder on Kyle.
Yeah.
What makes me laugh is the things that I can hear the salt in your voice and the things that you criticize him for, because you're like, finally, I can get back at somebody, because these are all the things that people said to me, yes, and they're not true about me.
Yes.
I want to say them to somebody else. Yes. I can hear that.
Mm-hmm. I know. And that's probably why I go too far. And then I end up being like, look, I just want to say I like Kyle. I just want to say that I like doing business with Kyle. And I'm not trying to run him out of town. I get carried away sometimes. I do think we have a ton in common. And usually you don't like someone that you kind of recognize yourself. Usually those aren't people you're friends with. You're like, man, something about you brings out what my insecurities or whatever. But the chip on the shoulder is the exact same. The way you need to prove yourself because you feel people think less of you because you're a nepotism guy. I'm the son of someone. Yeah, and I'm not supposed to be here.
I think we've talked about like the nepotism and all of that. Like those are like, I guess, kind of the negatives that connect you guys. But what about the unrelenting work ethic? I mean, to me, Kyle seems like a psycho, but he probably is in that building 14 hours a day, just working his butt off on ways.
Part of that is to show people I'm not just here because I'm Mike Shanahan's son. I also have my own work ethic, my own drive. Yeah, I can relate.
And look at you.
I can relate.
You're sitting on Sunday mornings when most people have other things to do. You're sitting in your bedroom streaming with random people calling in to talk about the 49ers in the middle of June and May when there's nothing going on about the 49ers. You're still doing that. And your work ethic is unrelenting. I think Wednesdays is the days you stream like 7 times in a day. Is that?
Yeah. It goes late. Yeah. Today I'm going again at 7 o'clock. I'm doing a women's roundtable at 7. Women's Roundtable, check it out. It's gonna be
that's awesome.
Very special event. Yeah,
absolutely. You're also a pioneer in getting people opportunities. Kyle's been a pioneer in getting people opportunities. He's always promoting from within. He's always developing people.
No one's ever hired a Muslim coordinator before. That was Kyle.
Female coach. Right. Female coach.
I mean, I take a lot of credit for discovering Robert Saleh. No, Kyle did that. I was trying to fire Robert Saleh.
And it's not just that, right? Grant, like we just talked about this with the Harbaugh conversation. Here's where I think there's an advantage to him than McVay. McVay didn't have a defensive coach on his staff. He went and found Brandon Staley, and then he went and got Raheem Morris, the other kind of high-profile, well-respected defensive coach on the market. Kyle had a guy who he brought as a quality controls, and he brought him all the way up, and he promoted him to the defensive coordinator. That's where the Belichick comparison comes into play, because he's always promoting these younger guys from within that he's developed, and they all seem to have success when they go elsewhere.
That's what I do. Right. He's good at it. I think I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, I think we have way too much in common. I'm going to have to tell Kyle. I'm going to have to tell Kyle that
the women's roundtable.
Oh, who? The question? What? Who is in the women's roundtable? Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so it's going to be, hold on. Mariah 49er Faithful Lee. I'm sure you guys have seen her. She's in it. Okay, then also it's going to be, hold on. Crystal Peachy Bee. Do you guys know Crystal Peachy? She's also on Twitter. And then finally is going to be, how do we pronounce? Hold on. Get her. These are people I haven't met yet, but her name is Sibila Bakzaza. She is a gender fluid trans female. So this is going to be groundbreaking. This Sibila Bakzaza has like 13,000 followers on Instagram. So hopefully she brings a whole new audience to the show. So I'm very excited. 7 o'clock.
So I'll meet the other 2 people for the first time. I haven't met them, but I'll tune into this to see them. But I'm a big Mariah fan.
Had to drop out. And she asked me personally not to say why. I think it's pretty obvious. 14-year-old girl on the internet. I respect her and her parents' wishes. Maybe sometimes I'm trying to help, and I'm like, you know what? Not everyone needs to be grown up at 14 years old. I get that. So maybe we'll hear from her down the line. But for now, we'll let her be a kid.
And I did want to shout out Mariah. I think last time we shouted out Maruna as the ultimate fan. Mariah's right up there.
Oh, yeah.
Mariah has tuned into so many streams. She is awesome.
Absolutely. And I think last week where I said, hey, if there are any women watching who would like to be on the show, please reach out because she reached out within 10 minutes. So she set the whole thing up. She found Crystal Peachy, and also Cibolo reached out to me too. I always respect when people reach out to me because that means you're driven. And I like working with driven people. I like working with driven people, man. So tune in 2 hours. Vish, this was a lot of fun, man. Thank you.
This was
I
really
think the last
fun.
20 minutes got real interesting. I think just talking about Brett Lackey brought out the best in us.
Yeah, go subscribe. Brett Lackey, Ben Meyerson. There's a lot more people that need to be I mean the dream. Subscribe to all of them. And while you're at it, Blake and Vish Sports if you can.
It couldn't hurt.